Good morning and welcome to Bolton. I'm Joyce Stilley, the Administrative Officer for the Town of Bolton, and this is a live show done the first and the third Tuesdays. I'm so screwed up this week. Tuesdays of each month from 10:30 to 11 a.m. The show is rebroadcast on the second and fourth Tuesdays at the same time period. The show is a continuing effort to promote open communications within the community. And if you have an upcoming event or an organization you would like to get some information out about, or just have a question as to how town government operates, please contact me at the town hall and we will try to get a show on the air that covers that topic. Over the course of time, normally we bring in rec things. We think of just summer and all the activities. But actually, over the winter months, there's quite a few things going on. And so my guest today is Kylene Welchman, our rec director, who actually just got married. This is her first day back to work. So as you move forward and you see Kylene Mike instead, you will know that it's our same Kylene. Same person. Just congratulations from all of us on your recent wedding. And that's why she has the little bit of a tan and is ready to tackle this head on.
I am.
But winter is actually quite a busy months of activities. And, you know, this being Thanksgiving week, people are going to be busy with shopping. We want to remind people, you know, to help out with the giving trees that are out that you heard Carrie talk about last time. But the next activity falls the very next weekend already.
Yes, we begin our holiday parade and tree lighting, which is annually every year the first Saturday in December, which this year happens to be December 1st. So it'll begin with our parade. It starts off from Bolton Center School, kicks off at 6:30 p.m., comes down Notch Road, and then turns onto Bolton Center, where it'll end at the town green in front of the library. We have town businesses, community members, a bunch of different groups that put a float in the parade each year. There's no cost to do so. You just let us know and we'll give you a couple of rules that we have for safety cautions. Fire department leads off the parade every year. And we have a state trooper there as well to close off the road for safety as well. As soon as we reach the town green, we have Santa Claus, who has Mrs. Claus, and they usually bring an elf or two as well with them. They'll get off a float and they'll join us for the lighting of the tree, which last year and this year is both being donated by Zen's Tree Farm in South Windsor. So the town guys will help me next week get that up. Everybody will see that up, and it won't be lit until the night of the parade. And then every night throughout the month of December, the tree will be lit as well as the gazebo. Also, we will have music going while we're at the parade. There's hot chocolate and popcorn. We have different businesses that donate each year and sponsor to help the event out. All of those, once we finalize getting them in, will be posted on our website. We have a couple of them that came through already, Simon Eyes, Bolton Vet, as well as England Hardware. So,
excellent.
Yeah. It's lots
and, you know, it's an annual event. If the weather cooperates, there's a huge attendance because it's a very popular event.
Yes, it is a very popular event each year. And sometimes even when the weather doesn't cooperate and we get a little bit of flurries, that just makes it all more fun for the holidays.
It seems like Christmas.
It does.
And if people want to participate or have a float, they should just contact you at the rec department.
Yes. Yep. They can contact me right in the office.
And we should probably, before we go too much further, talk about how people do register for events. And certainly this is a plug now for the town's website as well. To go on the town's website. If you haven't signed up for the Bolton Bulletin, please do so. Just go on the homepage. But take us through that process.
Sure. So you would get to our page through the Bolton Town website. So once you're on there, there's a hat button, they call it, to the right side of the page that shows a little man running and it says recreation. You'll click on that and all of the contact information for myself in the office, the hours, everything is right there. And then there'll be a little sign that says to register online, and for further information, click here, and from there you can find constant changing of information if we have cancellations in programs. We had our scarecrow contest in the fall. Once we had winners for that, I posted those up there with some pictures. All of our program information right there. You'll have to register online, create an account with our Rec Desk account, and you can register throughout the entire year. So not only do we take the registrations in office still, we do have our paper flyers and forms. So if you would prefer to come into the office and fill them out, if that's more convenient, we can do that. Or you can register online for any of our programs.
And the only possible drawback to coming in is it has to be cash or check. If you
Yes.
do it online, you can use a
use
credit card as well.
Yes.
So it depends on how people would like to pay moving forward.
Correct.
And, that's, you just mentioned the scarecrow contest. That was the first year for that.
Yes.
And I hope people had the opportunity to see it. It was very good. Unfortunately, our snow came earlier than expected.
Yes.
Which didn't help having them up for a while, but that was very well received at the gazebo.
Yes, it was, and we hope to get more interest in coming years. We had about 10 scarecrows up there this year.
And so moving on, as we move closer to Christmas, you have, some other activities lined up. First of all, for kids' night out or parents' night out, I guess it depends on how you view it.
Yes. Yes, so we list it as kids' night out, but there's other towns who do a similar program and call it parents' night out. It's totally dependent on how the parents view it, because we will have our staff over at Herrick Park from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. This year's will be December 14th, and we'll have gingerbread houses available to all that pre-register for the program to spend the night hanging out with friends. We'll have music, we'll have games. If it's nice enough to go outside, we'll bring the kids outside for a little bit, weather and clothing appropriate, of course. But yeah, it's just a fun night out, gives the parents some time to go do whatever they may need to get done without the kids prior to the holiday, and it gives the kids a chance to have some fun with their friends.
Excellent. And then you also have, things going on right now, and I'm probably jumping around. I'm not sure which order you want to take things in, but right now you have some ongoing programs, basketball being the biggest one.
Yes, basketball is a very big program. Our teams have started practicing already for the season, and games will begin the first Saturday in December. Games schedules are available to anybody who would like to see them. They'll be finalized by the league prior to the end of this week so that they're out, but they begin the first weekend of December. Any home games are at the Bolton Center School here in town, and they begin in the morning and run through the afternoon. Definitely anybody that's friends, family playing are welcome to check on the schedules and come support them.
And basketball is broken into different divisions based on age to a certain degree.
Yes, so we do have beginning at preschool all the way up to 8th grade available for basketball. Our preschool is more of a fun, come play some games. We have smaller hoops, smaller balls available, and that won't begin until January. But we have our kindergarten and first grade that play on co-ed teams. They get the chance to be in the gym. They have half a court for an hour on Saturday mornings for 4 Saturdays, possibly 5 depending on if the weather holds out for us. Otherwise, we use that as a snow day, so they definitely get 4 days either way. And it's an instructional program to kind of just bring us into basketball, give the kids a chance to see what it would be like as they get older, give the kids a chance to play with their friends in the gym. It's all age appropriate, and the coaches are all volunteer parents. That's the same for the 2nd grade. It's a co-ed team, but it's only 2nd grade, and that is also instructional. Lots of games, lots of fun, but it gets the kids ready for our actual rec league that starts in 3rd grade. And the divisions for that, they're no longer co-ed. It's now divided by male and female, but they're 3rd and 4th grade in one division, 5th and 6th grade in another division, and then 7th and 8th grade in another division.
And that lasts for actually a couple of months.
Yes. Yep.
duration-wise. It seems like you always need volunteers to help do things associated with it too.
We do. We have lots of parent volunteers who help up and step up to coach, but we're always looking for assistance on Saturdays during games for our basketball coordinator. He's in the gym every Saturdays, checking, making sure everything's good in the building. But we have the clock that needs to be run for games. We do ask parents of teams to volunteer. However, in past years, we have also had some high school volunteers helping out with either a concession stand on the weekends or helping out to run the clock.
So same thing. If you're interested,
Yes.
here's a place you can go.
Yes.
And you mentioned if the weather cooperates, this is probably a good time to talk about weather cancellations. That it's much like summer concert series, that sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Correct. Yes. So if we have to cancel, everything is always posted right up on our website. You'll get, if you're on a team, on a basketball team, or you're in a specific program, you'll receive an email from the coach or the staff running the program as well ahead of time. But it can always be checked on our website as well.
And if it is a school day activity,
Yes, it's
whether it's
schools
adult or
canceled.
female, or adults, kids, female, male, doesn't make a difference. If if school is closed,
Then our programs are closed and canceled as well.
or if they do an early out because of weather, it's the same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
The
All
night
evening
is
activities are
canceled.
canceled. Yep.
And that's for the safety of everybody. I mean,
Yes.
it really is. The last thing we would want is somebody, is going to have fun and something happens to make it not the activity that was anticipated.
Correct.
So, we can't risk that. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yes.
Let's talk about other things that are going on. You have some half-day hangouts?
Yes. So most half days throughout the school year, 15 of them out of the total amount, we have a half-day hangout program. So our staff will meet the kids over at the center school at dismissal. They'll walk back over to the classroom that we have over in the Notch Road Municipal Center. We have all of our games, activities, a TV, indoor supplies for afternoons. Each afternoon is themed a little bit differently, and all of our anticipated activities and themes can be found on our website. So our next half day is actually tomorrow. So
See?
yes,
Timing is everything.
yes, the kids have a half day tomorrow, so they will be doing some crafts and activities related to the upcoming holiday of Thanksgiving, but they will also be creating ornaments for our tree that will go over to Bolton Congregational Church for the Festival of Trees.
Excellent. So you're participating in that.
Yes.
And there's actually some more dates in November already
Correct.
for a half day too.
Yes.
And then it goes out to January. So that's the 28th, 29th, and 30th are half days as well.
Yes, they are the conferences over at the Bolton Center School. So we hold half days for those days as well. And all of our half days run from school dismissal to 5:30 p.m.
And you do a variety of activities. This one happens to be a craft time, but you've had the Mad Science, the Playwell Technologies, Lego, the Skyhawk Sports. So it's not repetitive.
Correct.
Each time.
Each time is something a little bit different.
And registration for that again, how far in advance do they need to register?
We take registrations for these days up to a week prior, as long as we do have days available. We do max out with kids most of the days. So definitely as early as possible is recommended for these half-day programs.
Okay. And the Makers on the Move.
Yes, that is our after-school program that will be coming up. It'll begin in January, from January 28th till March 11th on Monday afternoons. It's held at Bolton Center School, and this is a new program we're doing. We've done other programs with Kids Corner in the past. Last year we did a robotics program. Another year we did a Lego program with them. They do everything. So we try to do something a little bit different each year. This year, They'll bring all the supplies to us, they bring everything to us, and it allows students to tinker creatively with different objects. They'll take some objects that could include bananas, something that you could find at your house, and they'll learn how to make a piano out of that, or they'll take just tissue boxes and make a water guitar out of that. It's all different stuff that they could easily find around the house and be super creative with.
That sounds like something I'd enjoy, actually.
Yes.
But again, registration is on.
Yes, it's all online for that.
Online, and that's a wonderful opportunity for kids to develop. And science and math are the areas that, we need to develop as young people moving forward. So that's an excellent program that they can participate in. Just trying to move to make sure we don't miss anything, but boy, there's so much going on. Winter break from school. That's going to be here, unfortunately, before we know it.
Yes, it is. So each year is a little bit different. Some years we haven't run a winter break, some years we have, so it's all dependent on receiving enough registrations. We're about halfway there right now, so if anybody's interested in CARE winter break, which will be December 26th, 27th, and 28th, with where the holidays fall, it's only a couple days this year. But they should definitely reach out to me as soon as possible, because in the next week or two, we'll make our final decision if we have enough registrations for that program to run or not.
And what are the times for that program? And I assume it's at Herrick?
Yes. Yep, it'll be held at Herrick Park, and we run from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
And different things that they'll be doing again. I'm sure that it's going to be crafts and games and outdoor activities as can do or not do.
Yes, we try to get them outside as much as possible. We know it's cold, so we limit it, and obviously dependent on the weather with snow or rain or sleet, anything. We will
Your
keep
guess is as
everybody
good
updated.
as mine, right?
We will keep everybody updated, and they'll do different crafts, activities, games each day with our staff.
And, we're actually, I should have talked about this to begin with, we're actually going off of the Bolton Rec Department winter newsletter. So you too can read this on a regular basis if you sign up for the Bolton Bulletin or if you go on the town's website. All of this information that we're going through is right here and can go through it. Most important thing in the world is next, the letters to Santa.
Yes.
I've got to get my list in.
Yes, everybody who writes letters to Santa, they can mail them straight to my office. I will make sure he receives them. And as long as we receive the letter by December 18th, we will get you a response from Santa himself.
That's excellent. I'll make sure I get my list in because there's a few things on it this year. We've been talking about activities basically for youth so far, but us adults also have some opportunities available to us. Mm-hmm. And I guess actually one of them could be for a family. But let's start with adult exercise first.
Yes, so we have Mondays through Thursday nights, we have a different exercise class each night. Monday nights we have our cardio class at 6:30, and then we have our jiu-jitsu class at 8 p.m. Tuesdays we have yoga at 6:30. Wednesdays we have Zumba at 6 o'clock, and then again jiu-jitsu at 8 p.m. And Thursdays we have a boot camp class at 6:30 p.m. All of those classes are paid individually. Some of them are monthly payments to the instructor, some are drop-in rates, and some are you can do a punch card, which will give you a lower rate for more classes. All of that information can be found on our website, listed with the costs and the exact dates and times of the classes. And all of those adult classes are held right at Herrick Park.
And what's cardio class versus a boot camp class?
So boot camp is a little more intense. They're both run by one of our high school teachers here in town, Karen Cordero. So she works well with everybody from those that have been going to her class from the start up to new people. Boot camp is definitely more intense, keeps you going for the full hour, works your entire body, and cardio is not as intense, but it's still intense, keeps you moving, and more so keeps your heart rate up for the entire time.
And jiu-jitsu is about a year old now?
A little over
Little
a year. Yep, we've been running the class a little over a year, and he does great. It begins at 8 p.m. You can arrive there a little bit early, and that is a monthly payment to him. So it's great for, it's adults only, so anybody over the age of 18, male, female, up to any age he can work with.
And the certainly family opportunity that is coming up is the bus trip to New York City. And I don't know where you stand with those reservations, or if you could talk a little bit about that.
Yes, so this is an annual bus trip that we do. It's on the second Saturday of December every year, so it doesn't interfere with our holiday parade and tree lighting. It's $60 a person, or if you have a group of 4 of you, you can get a discounted rate of $180. We try to fill the bus. This year, we're just on the cusp of having enough to even run it. So anybody that's interested, definitely get to me as soon as possible, because otherwise we will unfortunately have to cancel it. It's a very busy time for the bus company and for New York, but it's beautiful. Whether it's, I've been in years when it's snowing, and I've been in years when it's 60 degrees in December, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a fun time. You can get some shopping done. You can do a lot of sightseeing, but it leaves Bolton commuter lot at 7 a.m. and you will get to do whatever you want in the city. Once you get to the city, there's 3 drop-off points, one at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, one at Rockefeller Center, and then finally at Union Square. So you can do what you want, what you choose. There's no specific tours. There's no specific time frames you have to be anywhere until the end of the day. There'll be one pickup location at Bryant Park, right in front of the public library there at 7 p.m.
So you can take in a show, you can go see the Christmas show,
Yes.
you can go see a play, you can shop, you can go ice skating at Rockefeller Center, you can see the tree.
Yes, there's much to do.
Yes.
So you can schedule your day however you choose.
And it is, I've gone to New York City this time of year in the past, and it is a bustling time of year.
Yes,
It's a lot of fun just in that aspect.
Yes, you think of New York City and a lot going on in general. During the holidays, there's even more, and they decorate it, and pictures do not do it justice to the decorations.
Yes, and if you've never been to New York City to see the Christmas show at Rockefeller Center, it is just unbelievable to see how they transpose the stage into so many different things. That they have, a full nativity scene with the live animals. They have an ice skating rink. I mean, it's just phenomenal as to what they are able to do.
Yes, everything is awesome there during the holidays. I definitely recommend it. And like you said, it is, you can take a day trip on your own there. You can bring the entire family. It is for everybody.
And certainly encourage people to sign up for that so that we can run the trip.
Yes.
Know it's a busy time of year. I think with Thanksgiving being even earlier this year, maybe it'll allow, because it's early in December, even though it's the second Saturday. So
Yes.
maybe that'll trigger a few more people. What have I missed? Is that a good question?
I think that is a good question. As you said, I've been out. I believe we hit just about everything. Going along with the adult classes, we do also have that's not listed on here actually, is our adult volleyball and our adult basketball.
Yes.
Yes, adult volleyball is Mondays at Bolton Center School at 7 p.m. It's a $2 drop-in rate for residents, $4 drop-in rate for non-residents, and they also have season passes that you can buy if you do decide that it's something you would like to go consistently to. Any cancellations on that or any dates that the school is not open are all listed on our website. And then the adult basketball is on Thursday evenings at Bolton High School. And the time at this point in time is 7 p.m., but following Thanksgiving, once their basketball really gets in gear, it's usually about 8:15 that we will start that. But as the time changes, and all of the costs for that as well will be posted on our website.
And again, we encourage people to utilize the town's website and certainly the Bolton Bulletin to get this information. And also, as the Bolton Town Administrative Officer, I've started a Facebook page that we're putting out just short informational blurbs on a few times a week at least, depending on what's going on. But certainly encourage you to sign up for that as well. Closing thoughts from you. I have a few things to go through. I know coming up, certainly the holiday parade and tree lighting.
Yes, definitely interested in anything going on this winter, reach out as soon as possible. Some programs, our registrations will stay open till the week before. Other programs, they will fill up very quickly. So you definitely want to reach out with any interest as soon as possible. And then look out for our spring newsletter that will come out in February. I
It
know.
just seems like, you're pushing it. No, but there's just a lot of opportunities for both adults, families, and youth to take advantage of, and I certainly encourage them to. And thank you, Kylene, for coming in and going through all of this. That this is the first time I think we've done a winter, but there's just, as I went through the newsletter, there's so many things going on.
Yes.
That I'm not sure people are cognizant of it, and just take advantage of it.
Yes, definitely. We want to get the word out there in every way possible.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining me today. Just a few other things to talk about with Thanksgiving coming up. All town offices and the library will be closed on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week, and of course Sunday. So garbage pickup is actually delayed from Thursday on by one day, just to make you aware of that. There's lots of holiday activities, even Community Voice Channel. I encourage you to come on December 3rd from 5:30 to 7:30 to meet Santa Claus, and Mrs. Claus will also be here, but a wonderful opportunity. Get your letters into Santa Claus with your list of what you want for Christmas. And I also want to talk a little bit about what's going on right now in Bolton. The revaluation, the letters just went out. Probably most people received them last week. We're going through the informal process. If you have a question about your new assessment, you can set up appointments to come in. And I encourage you to check out the town's website for the most recent information. We have up there frequently asked questions as to how all of that is determined. The assessor's office cannot set up the appointments. You need to go through Vision, who is the company we hired to do that process. But that is an important thing for everybody to take a good close look at it and see if you have any questions. That revaluation process is required by state law, a full reval every 10 years. Every 5 years is statistical. We're in the full reval every 10 years. What happens to this is all of that valuation information then composes our grand list. That grand list is what the tax bills coming out after July 1st of 2019 will be based on this valuation. So again, I encourage you to go to the town's website, use it as an informational tool for you to find everything. As always, I want to thank Community Voice Channel for its continued support, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Have a happy Thanksgiving.